All right, welcome back in, ACHA hockey fans. It's tournament time. It's ACHA national tournament time. One of the quarterfinal games are done today. The Liberty Flames took care of the UNLV Skating Rebels 3-1. We talked with the head coach. Now it's time to talk with the winning goaltender, a guy that I've been watching for a little while now, and a very, very impressive goaltender. Senior Hunter Virostek is with me from the Liberty Flames. Hunter, welcome in, and how are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great.
You always do better when you win, and I always say that the way to win in tournament hockey anyway is to start with the goal out. I thought your performance today was outstanding. I think 37 shots, 36 saves, if I'm not mistaken. So just tell us about the game and about the opportunity to play against UNLV again. You played them, this is game 5. You split the first 4. Now you win the one that really matters, though, right?
Right, yeah, no, definitely. Every time we play UNLV, I personally love it. I know the team likes to play it too. I know it can get a little rowdy sometimes, but I always like the little rivalry kind of we got going on. It makes it fun. But the boys today, they played really good in front of me. Like, they just kept everybody out to the outside, kind of more perimeter shots. Defensively, it was, I would say, one of the best games we played, which is huge. It helps me out a lot too. And yeah, they got 30 plus shots, but the team did a really good job with making those a lot easier.
As a goaltender, when I talk with them, they always tell me if I can see it, I think I can stop it. But today I thought you guys did a really good job of giving you an opportunity to see the puck quite often. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, we've been working on that. Just kind of creating those lanes, right? Letting me see the puck, or if there's a lane, if there's a guy there, willing to sacrifice the body and take it out, and that's what Calendike did a couple times. One shift there, he blocked 3 shots in a row, and it was awesome. Kind of got the boys fired up. But getting that lane nice and open, shots from the point, as long as the goalie can see it, it's usually a pretty straightforward save.
You know, we talk a lot about the ACHA tournament. It's usually winning 4 games in 4 days, or sometimes it's 4 games in 5 days, depending on how you come in. You guys came in as the number 5 seed, so you're going to roll through this thing 4 games in 4 days. Your thoughts on that? Is it just game old, or or how do you approach this?
Yeah, just kind of take it day by day, right? I mean, every chance you can, the time you have, try to recover, just get that body replenished what it needs to, get back to battle shape the next day. Having the 2 early morning games at 10:15 there. Making it through the one today. Now we have a game either at 5 o'clock p.m. or 8 o'clock p.m. the next day, which is nice. It's like a little bit of a grind to play in the morning, but once you make it through that second game, it's a lot better. You get a little more time to recover.
Which is important. You're up in Boston this year, East Coast, obviously. I thought with UNLV, and not to make any excuses for them because they certainly don't, but I thought it must be hard to play what will be a 7:15 body clock time, 2 days, 2 out of 3 days in the tournament for them. You being a Calgary guy, though, you know what it's like coming cross country to do this. Is there really something to that, or once you're in and get accustomed, you kind of get settled in and you put it all aside?
Yeah, no, definitely the hours can affect you for sure. Like, I can't imagine 3 hours for them. Yeah, back home it's only 2 for me, so going back home it's always nice. You're waking up and you're up a lot earlier than you normally are, but coming this way, head to the east, it's a lot more difficult for sure. So I can only imagine those first couple of days for them would have been hard to kind of get the body used to that. But it usually doesn't take too long. Kind of just once you wake up like a couple times and your body starts going. But yeah, no, for sure, that time difference can get you.
Okay, so let me ask you this just in general, and we'll get back to this game in a minute. But growing up in Calgary, you transferred during the pandemic year, if I've got that correct, to Liberty. Why Liberty? Why did you want to be a Flame?
Yeah, no, I was at another school, got injured. I had an ankle sprain. That's
the worst.
Thing. I didn't play at all, so I had to. Oh, it sucked. Yeah, absolutely, it was brutal. But I didn't play. And then kind of just, as I was there, just some things went really kind of going the way I liked it to. Obviously, the injury didn't help. It kind of put me in a different mindset. And then just when I was looking for places to go, Liberty popped up, and just seeing the facilities, seeing the kind of guys that were on the team there, everything that they had to offer, the coaching staff, everything just kind of lined up, and it seemed to make sense, and just kind of pulled the trigger on it and decided to go. And for sure, it hasn't been a regret at all. Like a true blessing to be able to play here.
Okay, so I don't know how much you know about us, but we cover college and professional hockey, and we focus west of the Mississippi for the most part. But Coach Andy jumped his program up and said, hey, we'd like you to talk about us too. So that's how we got involved with Liberty. And everything that I've seen and heard about this program is there's no difference between NCAA hockey and ACHA M1 hockey. And I threw the word club out, Hunter, because I think you guys deserve much more than the word club. I think like it's a bad rap and a bad reputation. But tell us about that. How good is the hockey at ACHA M1 level?
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. The club rep is definitely a hard one, and that I would be lying if I said that wasn't in my mind as well. When I first thought of Liberty. But no, like getting to this level and getting on the team and playing against some of the teams too, it's like, yeah, no, it's a lot better than what a lot of people make it out to be, for sure. Like it's challenging. You'd be a fool kind of to go in there and think it's going to be easy. It's definitely not. Like it's up there, and we did it in the past. Like we played, I know it was their first year, but LIU, like beating them, that was a really cool experience and good for the program as well. But no, the hockey at this level it's really good. It's really competitive, and it's a lot of fun too. And just getting that nice camaraderie going with the boys, it's huge. You get that college experience, the competitive hockey experience. You kind of get all of it here.
And they call it pay for play, but I know you guys have to do a lot of work to continue to do what you do on the ice, the schoolwork, all the things that come along with it. And it's not just that. It's like you guys spend a lot of time doing things off ice too, don't you?
Right, yeah, we do.
One of the things I love about this program is the fact that after every game, as hard as you compete, you're able to gather around the center of the ice and do your circle, your prayer circle, I should say. What has that meant to Liberty hockey, and how does that refocus you after such a competitive effort?
Right, no, it's really cool. It was one thing that I wasn't used to, because that's something I never grew up with
right.
The Christian aspect of things. But coming here and kind of having that togetherness and doing the prayer after the games. Once you do it a couple times, it's pretty cool, and it just kind of brings everybody together. It kind of just feels like one big family, right? And if you pray with the other team too, it's really cool. It just kind of feels like it just kind of brings a good culture to the game, a good respect for it, and then just it can reach a whole bunch of different people too, right? Just like the Lord can work in different people in different ways. So kind of bringing everybody together just kind of wraps things up nicely, kind of finishes off that day, that game, that night with a nice positive vibe going into the next day.
All right, two final ones to end it for you. Tell us about growing up in Calgary and when you got started playing, and how in the world you decided you want to stand in front of a puck coming at you at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, for sure. I could talk all day about that. But no, my dad played hockey growing up. Absolutely loves the sport. My mom, no, not really a big sports person, but started playing hockey, started skating at the age of 3. I actually hated the sport when I was young. It was almost like my little punishment. It was like, oh, if you're going to be bad, you're going to be going to practice. So did not like that. But once I started getting better, I started off as player.
Okay.
So that was the kind of big one. My dad wanted to make sure that I knew how to skate before I did any other changes. But player was the only thing I thought I was ever going to be. I never really thought about being goalie. And then when I was about 10 years old, 11 years old, goalie kind of seemed a little interesting. I was like, whoa, they get all this new equipment. The pads look cool. They kind of just look cool, you know?
Right.
So I decided to try it out for a AA team, got cut that first year Pee-wee, and I went back to, well, I live in like Black Diamond, so it's kind of like 45 minutes southwest of Calgary.
Okay.
Small town. Ended up playing Tier 2 there as a player and as a goalie, kind of switching back and forth. That second year Pee-wee, ended up making a AA team as a goalie. And that's when I was 12 years old. And once I made that team, it's like, all right, well, stuck as a goalie now, so here I am.
All right.
A big reason for the change was I was a really small kid. Pee-wee's that age where you got either giants or
right.
you got, like little kids. So I was just a shrimp. You know, I was getting absolutely worked, like just hit, and it just wasn't fun, you know. So making that switch to goalie with the having that skating ability, that was huge. So I thank for my dad for keeping me as a player for as long as I did. So being a small kid, having the skating ability to be able to switch over to goalie was a lot more seamless. And then, yeah, I just kind of went from there.
Okay,
and the
so
love for the game just exponentially grew.
The final one for goaltenders is, I got to ask, do you have anything, any superstitious, anything that you have to do to prepare yourself for every contest?
You know, I've been asked that so many times, but I'm not a superstitious guy at all. Like, I'm really far from it. I mean, I've got my routine, right? And that's been something that's kind of just something you do throughout the years. You just kind of find what works, what makes you feel good. But as far as tying on the left skate first or the right skate first, or no, I ain't got nothing like that. It's really just a routine-based thing. Like, somebody can change something up in my day, and I'll be completely fine with it.
All right, final one for you. You being a senior, you had a scary injury to one of your fellow seniors in Josh Fricks. If you can, give us a little update on Josh. I talked to Coach about him, but how much has he meant to your program, and how much has he meant fighting through such a unbelievable injury? And I'm sure it shook the team a little bit, but maybe it motivated you guys a little bit too to say, hey, we got to win this one for our teammate.
Oh, for sure, yeah. No, Josh has been a crucial part of this program. Like, just the energy he brings. He's a high-skill player, too. Just the love for the game and for the boys as well. And, yeah, that injury, in that moment, it was super scary, right? You got a brother just laying down there motionless. You don't know what's going on. So kind of think of the worst right away until you get some news. But, no, his recovery, once we heard, like, what injury he had, it was pretty tough to hear that. Kind of like man, you just watch some of these hockey career just end right there.
Right.
But his recovery has been unbelievable. Like the speed, his ability to like stand up, like that quick after his injury. I think it was like a couple days or whatever. It's really cool to see. And yeah, no, it's definitely been a driver for us too. Just like kind of playing for him because he just physically can't be here with us. But no, like he's doing great now. Like his spirits are lifted with his fiance Allison, and he's making sure that he can get fully recovered enough to be able to walk down the aisle. That's like been his big goal. So we're cheering him on. He's cheering us on. We're trying to win for him, and he's just following us the whole way. And we'll all keep in touch with him. So it's been an unfortunate event, but it's definitely like looking a lot more positive now. So yeah.
All right, 2 to go for you, Hunter. Get it done, and let's see you raise that trophy, bring it back to Liberty on your senior season, okay?
You betcha. We'll give it our all.
All right, that's Hunter Virostek joining us, folks. We appreciate his time. Hunter, thanks so much. I appreciate.
For having me.
Yeah, thank you for taking some time for us. Hopefully, we'll be talking here in the next couple of days again about a national championship with Liberty.
Right on. Thank you.
Yep.